Right there. I had a bit of an issue with my spanner for taking off the nuts that hold the rocker cover on. I got this from somebody in the club. I forget when and who, but someone had taken the good idea of making up these acrylic spanners specifically made for the nuts that hold the rocker cover on. And it's really nicely made, so no criticism of them at all. But unfortunately, I was trying to take my rocker cover off just now and managed to break the acrylic in two places. It snapped here and it snapped here as well. The original spanner doesn't have these screws in it, doesn't have the metal on the back. I've just added those today. So basically the original is just this acrylic, which I assume is maybe laser cut or some kind of computer controlled machine has cut this out, and it's a beautiful thing and it's a really useful tool, but sadly my ineptitude caused me to break it. Anyway, so to get around that, what I've done is to make up a stainless steel backing for it. In effect, it's only about, what's that, about 2 mil, maybe less than that, mil and a half stainless sheet that I just happen to have. So I've just roughly cut it out for now and drilled around the periphery here. These are 4 mil screws again that I just happen to have. They're different lengths, as you can see, but nevertheless, so 4 mil holes through the acrylic obviously and through the stainless steel. The heads are 7 mil, it turns out, so I've just counter bored those, or counter drilled them just a millimetre or two, just to sink the heads in slightly. They're not quite flush, they're not far off, but I didn't want to take any more material away than I needed to, but also to get them a bit lower down. So still work in progress, but I was thinking originally that I might need to cut out a hole here and maybe even try and match the profile of the acrylic spanner. But I think in practice that's not necessary, because this will just fit over the nut like so, and it gets enough reinforcement from the screws and the stainless steel to keep it all in one piece. I did actually super glue these back together originally just to get it into one piece so that I could use it as a template more conveniently. And as I was attaching the screws and the stainless steel, one of the joints actually broke. This one broke, this one's still intact, but it doesn't really matter now because it's say secured with the screws. So that seems to work, and as I say, it's obviously a bit more robust than before, but it's still nice to have a plastic to nut interface there, rather than say trying to go to the trouble of filing. I guess I have to sort of drill and file and goodness knows what grind the stainless steel to try and get it to the same shape as this acrylic, which would just be a nightmare. But fortunately that doesn't seem to be necessary, and so it's actually nice to have the softer acrylic against the aluminium nut anyway. So if you've got one of these, one of the acrylic versions, I would suggest perhaps this is a way at least of reinforcing it, or if you've broken yours like I have mine, of getting it back into operation. Obviously I need to tidy this up a bit. Perhaps I'll shorten the screws and or take them all out and reprofile this stainless steel just to fit the acrylic better, but meanwhile that seems to work fine. Okay, thanks for watching.